So it's September of 2009. I'm 30 years old. I just started my own insurance company, and I get sued within 30 days by a $400 billion company. And this company that sues me, the company that I left, they had their lawyers start recruiting others, having meetings with folks that were working with me to give some dirt to them. And there was this meeting, and one of our guys, without telling me, goes to this meeting. There's 17 other people there. The lawyers are asking questions. Everybody's saying what they're saying. And this guy comes to my office that night. He says, Patrick, there was a meeting today you didn't know about. Here's what the lawyers have been doing. I got the recording of the entire conversation of what everybody said about you, and I'm giving this to you to show you how loyal I am to you. Anyways, I'll tell you in a minute what I did with that recording and why this message has to do with winning at the highest level. By the way, if you get value out of this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. So let me get right into it. So he comes to me and he says, here's what's going on. Now, here's what's going on at that time, like company-wise. I had been with the company for 7.5 years. I love the company. I never wanted to leave the company. I wanted to be the CEO of the company. I held meetings. I met with the CEOs. I met with every C-suite. I flew out to Atlanta. I talked to entire lawyer, legal, everybody. I had a meeting with everybody I could. They came, they met with me. I met with them at hotels at midnight to let them know I don't want to leave. I'm not a coward. I have those meetings with people. Then I took my pastor with me to Pebble Beach. I said, I want you to meet these people. They're good people, but I want to know what I need to do next for the rest of my life. It took me 12 months to make my decision until I finally made my decision to leave. And at that point, everybody knew where Pat stood. There was a meeting that took place, I think, in Diamond Bar, and everybody's in the room. And it was the biggest players who were all about to leave. They were upset with the company. And I sat there and I said, guys, if you're all here, I'm telling you what I'm doing next. Here's where I'm at. Everybody knew. I had a meeting with one of their leaders. He was the main leader at the time in Hawaii. And we're sitting there. And I said, I want to ask you some questions, and I want you to answer me, and I want you to look at me in my eyes. He said, the sun is on my face. I said, let's switch seats. So we switched seats. I said, I get a feeling you're just, milking the cash that you're making here, but you don't love this business. And I get a feeling you don't have a vision where you want to take this next. And I want to have this conversation with you. Where's this company going to next? An hour later, there's a bunch of people sitting around the pool trying to see what this meeting is going to be like. And eventually, after asking enough questions, said, yeah, I really don't know where we're taking this company next. I said, I can't do that because I know exactly where I'm going. And then boom, next thing you know, 6 months later, I start my own insurance company. Anyways, these guys sue me, $400 billion company. No hard feelings. They're supposed to sue me because I was a player who left and I was one of the top guys there. And I'm a threat. They're supposed to do that, trade secrets, all these things that they're going to do. Eventually, we settled. No issues 8 months later. Didn't take clients, didn't take anything. We started our own business. Went our separate ways. We haven't had any issues for 13 years. But this guy shows up to my office and he says, Pat, what everybody said in that meeting is in this recording. You should hear what they said about you. You should hear what this lawyer asked about you. And he hands it to me. And I look at it, I'm like, boom, throw in the trash right in front of him. He said, how could you do that? I said, what do you mean? He said, you don't want to know what people said about you? I said, zero. He says, why not? I said, why do I want to know what they said about me? I said, see, the way I make a decision, I take a long time before I say I'm out. But when I'm out, I'm out. I'm not playing around. And I value my time a lot, and I value you a lot, meaning if you don't see value in having a friendship with me or business relationship with me, I'm not a beggar. I'm not in the convincing business. You're either in or you're either out. I don't play the lukewarm game. We're either going to take over the world together or we're not. And by the way, I don't think I'm the last person in the world that's going to do something big. The market's got 8 billion people, 330 million people in America. There's plenty of market. But this is what I'm going to be doing. Here's where I'm going. You want to do something? Let's go. If you're somebody that's at a season of your life that you don't want to light it up, you just want to kind of be relaxed and kicking back, not giving your best, it's not the season where I'm in. I'm going to go play ball. Pat, there's no way you're not going to listen to this. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm telling you, I'm not going to listen to it. I never once listened to it. By the way, when I left, I got stacks of letters that people send me. I never opened them. I don't want to read them. Nothing. I'm gone. So I'm like, oh, let me check what this former employee is doing on Insta stories or Facebook or Snapchat or whatever it is. I don't follow any of it. I wish everybody the best. I'm a capitalist. As a capitalist, I think the market's massive and I'm very confident in my abilities on what I'm going to be doing. If I don't treat somebody right or if I don't do something right strategy-wise, the market's going to hurt me and it's my fault. I totally get it. I'm a big boy. I get it. but I don't want to constantly live that. I'm moving on. And by the way, you know what's crazy? If people do it the right way and you kind of, you're going through it the real way, you're able to sit down kneecap to kneecap, have conversations like that, I salute you. Years later, those people, the person that I had a conversation with, Hawaii, called me. And, hey, I apologize. I said, yeah, dude, we're over it. Let's just move on. And I had those conversations over and over and over again. But the moral of the story to you is this. Listen, hot or cold, you want to do it? Let's go. You don't want to do it? Let's not go. Lukewarm? I'm not doing it. I'm patient until you're fully in, but if you're in, let's go. Some of you guys dwell too much on the past. Some of you follow your exes way too much. You're not together no more. Stop following your ex on Insta stories and Snap. Create a fake profile to see what they do. Stop doing that. You're not together. Move on. Something happens next 6, 12, 24 months, maybe it does. Many of these guys that I didn't do business with, one of the people that was in there that said a lot of bad things about me, according to what this guy that came and told me about, that person's not working with me. We saw each other in Cancun. She ran up to me, hugged me. We had the best conversation. It was emotional, both of us, because she herself said, Pat, listen, I was delusional. We had some challenges at that time. I was being fed a lot of different things, but you never once mistreated me, my husband, or my family. I'm so glad we're in business together. I said, awesome. Awesome. If I'm good, market's going to favor me. If I'm not, it's not going to favor me. Then I deserve it, right? But message to you is this. If you're in, go in. If you're working with people that are in and you're in a phase of your life that you want to do something big, go all in. Lukewarm hasn't served anybody. There's not a single person that's favored or won in business from being lukewarm. Anyways, if you got some value out of this lukewarm message that I gave you about the lawsuit I experienced in 2009, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. There's a video out there we made a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, titled, How to Reach Your Full Potential. If you've never watched it, click over here to watch it. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.